up, guys? This is Brent from Baldy and the Oath. It is a very special day in Beta Land.
They're on the table. So yeah, it is. It is a very special day, indeed.
It is March 22nd, 2015, and it is also Colter's birthday. Happy birthday.
I am 32 years old, actually, today.
You are actually 22 years old today.
I'm sure I fooled someone out there. Had to have. Coolest thing about today so far is I got an email this morning from Hulu, and I clicked on it, and like a bunch of Hulu shows just like sang happy birthday to me. And it made me laugh a lot, because everything from Family Guy, American Dad, Bob's Burgers, Parks and Recs, I was just like, oh, thank you, Hulu, for taking time out of your day to auto-send this to me.
So the question everybody wants to know is, do you get any fun stuff?
I haven't opened them yet. I'm waiting until after supper tonight, and then I'll open them.
So you did get presents?
I do have a couple. Nothing really big, but yeah, I got some stuff.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's get right into some other birthdays, shall we?
Yes, we shall.
You see who you share a birthday
All right.
with. Let me get our birthday song going here. Thank you to Jesse Evans, one of the free songs we've been using for our birthdays. There we go. First off, we have Alex Woodrow. He is the bassist for the band Our Last Night.
I listen to them every once in a while, actually.
How old is Alex?
I don't remember if Our Last Night is the band that's been around for a while or that's relatively new, so I'm going to guess 28.
Alex is 28 years old today.
Holy crap, are you serious?
Yep, nice job.
Nice.
Next up, we have a Star Trek actor and a lot of other stuff actor, William Shatner.
Oh, William. Sir Wilt. My boy William. He's old, so I'm going to guess he is 68.
84 years old today.
William Shatner's that old now?
Yeah, he's quite old.
He
now.
looks so good for his age, though. Like,
he played Captain James T. Kirk of Star Trek from 1966 to 1994. And he appeared in Boston Legal. That won a People's Choice Award for favorite new TV drama series for Rescue 911.
yeah, he looks still really good for his age, which is good. Good, keep it up, Spock's friend.
Next up, we have Reese Witherspoon.
Ooh, my girl Reese. Ooh, she's gonna be 32.
39 years
Oh,
old.
geez, he's older than I thought.
Next up, we have Pawn Stars host, Rick Harrison.
Oh,
He's the bald guy.
yep,
If you don't know,
I do. I watch too much Pawn Stars. He is gonna be 52.
50 years old.
Oh, that wasn't bad. That was close.
A couple more here.
Is the birthday song still playing?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Just wondering.
When the birthday song stops, we stop.
Oh, okay.
Football player of the Houston Texans, J.J. Watt.
J.J. Watt is 27 years old today.
26 years
Oh,
old.
off by one. Gee dang it, eh?
One more.
Okay.
CNN host, Wolf Blitzer.
I don't know who he is. I'm going to guess he's 55.
67 years old.
Oh, dang it.
All right.
I got one.
So, nice job.
Yeah,
and
thanks.
it's a special birthday today.
Yeah.
Doing birthdays on your birthday.
Thanks, birthdays on my birthday. I went geocaching, and that is where you basically go treasure hunting in real life. You get coordinates, you enter it in on your, what are those called? GPSs. And then you try searching for treasure that people find, and then you write your name in a book in that little thingy and to trek through the woods and stuff. It was really cool. And we were on our way to this other one, and we stopped at the location that it was supposed to be, and there was someone, like, sleeping in their car. and they were in this like rundown car, and I didn't know if they were sleeping or dead. And like we just were walking by and looking for the geocache, and all of a sudden we see movement under the bag, and we ran away, and it was scary because it's literally in the middle of nowhere where this guy was sleeping in his car.
Reminds me of, have you ever seen the movie 10.5?
I haven't.
It's an apocalyptic movie. There's like a scene where they're like in the mountains or like in like a beach area and in the middle of nowhere, and they see like a tent, so they go to open the tent and like the people are like dead.
Oh yeah, we were kind of afraid he might have been dead, but yeah, he was definitely moving, so hopefully he wasn't just a zombie or something. But we left. It was scary. Finding a random person in the woods sleeping in his car is kind of... You don't know what to expect. You don't know what to expect at all.
You don't. So on today's podcast, don't have a whole lot of news to talk about. We're going to give our first impressions on the heists.
Yeah, we've played a lot of that.
About WrestleMania coming up, maybe some March Madness. That's going on right now.
And Kevin Durant.
Colter... that's alright. Nobody cares about that.
Big news, though. He could be done forever.
What do you want to get into first?
Let's go with just WWE. Start off with wrestling.
Well, not WWE, but Rey Mysterio, former WWE superstar, wrestled in his first match the other night in Mexico. And he was wrestling Mexican wrestling star Hijo del Perro Gallo. And what happened was Mysterio delivered a dropkick and landed. He was going to land his patented 619, his finishing move on Ramirez, the name Pedro Ramirez. And that's a move where a wrestler has his head draped on the second rope and receives a kick to the face. But that doesn't actually happen because it's wrestling. And so what happened was they updated Figure 4 Online, reported that Ramirez might have already been knocked out before Mysterio delivered his 619 finisher. So they don't know exactly what happened, but it sounds like he had a stroke from having a separated spine.
Oh, jeez. That's pretty severe. Like, a separated spine isn't an easy injury to attain.
Yeah, so it says sources who were at the hospital in Tijuana have said that the initial cause of death was cervical spine trauma coming from when the rope snapped his neck.
Oh, jeez. That's really brutal.
Yeah, there's a video out online. Viewer discretion is advised, I must say that. And very tragic, and a lot of people who don't take wrestling seriously, but it's very dangerous. Even though it is staged, it is still...
Yeah, it's still a very strenuous sport. I mean, you could die at any time on it if one small slip-up.
But, yeah, I feel bad for Mysterio. He seems like a nice guy from when I've watched him. He's
always been one of my favorite wrestlers, so it kind of bums me out.
It wasn't, not mine.
He's got to be feeling pretty bad, though.
Yeah, it was his first match. He hasn't wrestled in it'll be a year next week. That's his last wrestling. Where he last wrestled was WrestleMania last year.
Okay.
So, but too bad. But yeah, so that's that. Speaking of a little bit of lighter terms here, WrestleMania is next Sunday, a week from tonight. Colter, you're coming to my house, I believe, aren't you?
I don't know.
Oh, here we go. This is where you start to back
No,
up.
I plan on it, but I don't know. I'm probably going to work, so I'll be there after 8.
Yeah, done it. Yeah, you won't miss a whole lot. We have some matches to preview first off, and we don't have to go too detailed into these, but for the main event, we'll start with that. Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. Now, this match will depend the winner. I don't even know that this is set in stone who's going to win this yet. If Brock Lesnar resigns his contract, because that is actually up at the end of WrestleMania. So Obviously, if he doesn't sign a contract, Roman Reigns will win. But if he signs a new deal, it is likely Lesnar will win.
Yeah, it'll be cool. That's probably one of my least favorite events of that night. I mean, it's the big one, but I don't know. That's not one that excites me as much.
You're not in the minority there. A lot of people aren't too thrilled with the match. What is interesting is if Seth Rollins does cash in his Money in the Bank contract, and then you know how that works, Colter. Is that at the end of a match, let's say, he could come in and demand a match right then.
Oh yeah.
So if like Lesnar's out and he wins, then they could have a match with him But what matches are you interested in? That casual fan who I'm trying to get into a large fan.
What were some of the other ones? I don't remember at the top of my head.
We had Bray Wyatt versus The Undertaker, John Cena versus Rusev, the 7-man ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship with, right now anyway, Daniel Bryan, Dean Ambrose, Ben Barrett, Stardust. Who am I forgetting? R-Truth. But it's likely to become an 8-man match. And people are thinking that Sheamus will be the 8th man.
Yeah, that's definitely something that I'd probably be excited for, because the only reason I'm even somewhat into wrestling was because of the games that I played in 2007. And yeah, that's ladder matches, all those cage matches and stuff. Those are all like my favorite things that occurred. So that's definitely the one that I'm probably most excited for. But all of them are definitely interesting, but that one is the one that I'm pumped up for.
Yeah, and then we have Bray Wyatt, Undertaker. I don't know if I said that. And then Seth Rollins versus Randy Orton. What's happening? That'll be a good match. Two really good, talented workers. Anyway, you can watch that next Sunday night, March 29th, at 6 o'clock Central Time on the WWE Network for only $9.99 a month.
Oh man, plug in much.
Yeah, my check should be in the mail. All right, Colter, what do you have now?
I went and saw Insurgent, the movie. It was pretty good. If you're a fan of like Hunger Games style like movies, or if you saw the first one called Divergent, yeah, definitely check it out. That's all.
All right. I see you have prepared.
I had another thing too, but I don't know where it went.
I saw something about a DC actress in some hot water. Do you know anything about that? Batgirl? DC in hot water.
That was a comic cover. It's a picture of the Joker like holding Batgirl around the throat with like blood around her mouth. It's terrifying. And the artist that drew it it was for the cover of the next Batgirl volume, and he wanted it taken down because he thought it was a little too extreme. But it's getting some flack, definitely. But it's nothing that's been too insanely done before. I mean, there's always violence in comics, so.
Are you outraged?
I thought it looked epic. I mean, it was brutal, but it was cool. I think the only reason I've read that it's kind of in hot water right now is because that the Batgirl comics are most of them are for a younger like girl audience, and like that one's more of a mature theme. So that's kind of the one reason why I think. Now
I ran into this, and this kind of goes along with what you just got. You just got Sling TV, right?
Yeah.
This article comes from Fool.com. It says that 20% of people are stealing Netflix and Sling at the moment. 20%. That is 1 in 5.
I don't know how you'd steal Sling or Netflix.
Well, Netflix. I'm guessing by stealing they mean using someone else's
account. I wouldn't really consider that stealing, because I mean my whole family uses my account, and my coworker Susie uses my other account along with me. So I don't know. It's kind of stupid. It's not that, especially Netflix. Netflix isn't very expensive to have. I mean, I understand that if you're like a younger teenager and you won't have any money at all to afford Netflix, but all you need to do is literally go buy Visa gift card that you can buy at Walmart and stuff for like $20 or like get a $50 one, and then you could have like 5 months of Netflix. So I mean, it's not.
Yeah, the problem is that Netflix and HBO Go, they say that their streaming services are designed to be used within one household and limit the number of concurrent streams. 3 for HBO Go and 1, 2, or 4 concurrent streams for Netflix, dependent on the plan. So,
yeah, it's HBO Go. I think has a bigger problem. That's just because it's kind of expensive, and it used to have a bigger problem because
how much is
I don't
that?
remember it before. You had to have a cable subscription in order to even use it. So a lot of people would use other people's cable subscription codes and stuff like that to even run it. But now I have no idea what's going on. Sling is $20 a month though, and there is everything. There's ESPN, ESPN1, ESPN2, Cartoon Network, AMC, which I think is a big one, and a reason why a lot of people will get it. That way they can watch their Walking Dead and stuff like that on there.
I have to imagine you enjoy it. You haven't had TV
Yeah,
in a
I
long
mean, it's
time.
been probably close to 6 or 7 years at least since I've had TV. So, I mean, it's kind of cool, but I'm so used to having videos on demand now that it's kind of frustrating at the same time. But it's still cool being able to watch stuff when it actually comes out. I wish it still had stuff like Fox on there, but there is a Fox app on Xbox. But you need a cable subscription in order to even use it.
Which kind of makes it pointless.
Yeah, it does. Because I mean, you might as well just turn on your TV then. Because you could plug it right into your Xbox now, so there's no point. Unless, I guess if you had an Xbox in your room and you had a cable thing out in the living room, you could just enter into the code and you have it in your room without ever having to run any cords or anything. So, I guess I can understand some of the situations it'd be good in, but...
Yeah. So speaking of Sling, did you know that Dish's Sling has they have some competition?
They do?
Yes, they do. Sony's PlayStation View, this is coming from Investopedia.com, launched on March 18th in select markets. Folks in New York City, Philly, and Chicago can now pay $50 a month for the service that streams live and pre-recorded TV through PS3 and PS4 consoles. That's more than what Sling TV costs, but it also offers more than double the channels.
There's not very many channels on Sling, so if they but $20, I can't see myself paying more than that a month, and I'm still on my free trial, and I haven't decided if I'm going to keep up with it, because the only thing I like watching is some ESPN shows. Of course, I'm a big cartoon and anime fan, so usually TBS and Cartoon Network, Adult Swim. But other than that, there's not much on there for me anymore. I mean, if I had a family, then yeah, I'd use that all the time instead. Because $20 a month is way cheaper.
If I didn't like sports, I would never even want cable.
I mean, and now that you could get ESPN and stuff on there, and TBS runs a lot of sports shows too. I mean, like NCAA stuff.
That's only once a year.
It's filled with it right now though.
They do have baseball occasionally, but the thing for me would be like Fox Sports, like Twins games, Wild games.
Which is a lot of that stuff is like, isn't that like local cable? So I mean, you could probably get some of the channels just with the boosted antenna. Some of them you could anyways, like local channels that show local games and stuff like that.
Yeah, maybe. But anyways, so we'll continue to see how that works out. I still think cable's going to be dead in the next 3 years,
easily,
I'm going to say.
I think. Or it's not really dead, but it'll be a select few. Because, I mean, some people don't even have internet yet. So, I mean, that is definitely a select few, but it's still a thing. But we were going to mention Heist, because I think that's something that we've mentioned a couple times. It actually... have we done a podcast since it came out? Oh.
No.
Well, it's good.
Well, maybe we did, but we didn't play it yet.
That might be it. Yeah, it's great. I love it.
We've done 3 so far.
I think there's 2 more. And
and and they take about 3 hours apiece, sometimes longer if you suck.
It is.
But boy, those are fun. That was worth the wait.
They are one of the most enjoyable things I've ever done. They let you do everything that you've wanted to do in real life, but you can't because you'll go to prison for the rest of your life. And it's really enjoyable.
Yeah, it's just
it's cool.
It's hard to explain, but go look at some reviews. And I don't think there'll be anybody that says they're bad. The only bad thing is the connection issues are.
They're pretty terrible, and it's annoying.
Every time you're done with like a part, you have to reconnect to each other.
It's a hassle.
It is a hassle, but once you get connected.
Yeah, once you get connected, it's great.
It's amazing. So
I've really enjoyed. The one thing I was worried about was you had to have 4 people for it, and I mean, still it's kind of a hassle, but I mean, most of these you can't do with less than 4 people.
Yeah, so the first heist is only 2 people. It was Colter and I did it, and then the second one, it was Colter, myself, and our friend Andrew,
and then a random guy.
And
a couple random
guys
guys actually.
Yeah, they went very good. And then yesterday was Colter, myself, our friend Andrew, and Abram, as you guys know. Formerly a Tasca F1 guy. And it took 4 hours. It was interesting, but I mean, you feel accomplished when you get it done.
And you see that massive paycheck coming in. Even though it's digital money, like I still feel like it's worth it because that money would usually, if you're doing like other jobs and stuff, take way longer to do than even more than 4 hours easily. And it's just super fun.
Yeah, so if you don't have the game yet, get it. It's on sale right now.
I don't remember how much for it.
I think it's $49.99.
And it's completely worth every cent. But it's definitely worth the wait. I'm glad it's here.
So anyway, Colter, how are you going to spend the rest of your birthday?
I have probably pretty soon. We'll be starting supper. I'm having hamburgers and fries and stuff like that.
Oh, glad I was invited.
Okay. Yeah, you can come out. Still won't be done for like another half an hour, 45 minutes, so you can make it in time, and then drive back home.
Just kidding.
But
don't have a lot to talk about today. We just wanted to,
you never got to finish what I was gonna do. That's fine. Whatever.
Keep going. Keep going.
Well, okay. I almost have Dragon Ball Z beat on Xbox. I'll probably finish that and play darts. That is my plan. Because my good friend Louie gave me a dartboard. Then I'm gonna try and pay him, but he doesn't take money very well. So, but I've been playing darts very heavily indeed. Okay, I'm good now.
Do you have a recommendation for the day?
Oh,
the week?
I am going to recommend you check out the live-action Attack on Titan trailer. It's scary, and it's in Japanese, so it's not that great. But I feel like this will influence the Hollywood version. If they do it good, it'll definitely be cool. That is it.
Thank you guys for checking us out. Well, we will see you next time on Baldy.
Sorry.
All right.
Yay.
Bye.